Italian Wine Podcast. Chin Chin with Italian wine people.
Hello, this is the Italian Wine Podcast with me, Monty Waldin. My guest today is Pierre Jean Monnoyer of the Casa Raia Winery in Montalcino. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good.
You in Montalcino at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Casa Raia. Just tell us a little bit about how you became involved with Casa Raia.
But we created the winery in 2006. We had 1 hectare of Brunello in the family of my wife, and then planted more vineyard. And then in 2010, we start to get more vineyard in Castiglione d'Orcia. So we start to make Bevillo Toscano. And now we are around nearly 4 hectares, and I'm going to plant another hectare this year if COVID permits.
And your wife, what's her name?
Kalyna Temertey Canta.
And she's Italo-Canadian, correct?
Yeah. Her dad is from Milan, and the mom was Ukrainian immigrants to Canada during the war. It's a multicultural family.
And so, and you're from you have Corsican blood, and your father was.
My mother's side is Corsican, and the father is from Bourgogne.
And you were born in Cannes.
Yeah.
On the Côte d'Azur, okay. So just how did you two meet?
Well, we met in China in 2002, and I had a restaurant in a little village called Dali, with a nice place in the mountain. And after we met, after a few months, but we stayed together, and then I came back with her in Europe, and we came here in Tuscany, and we did a bit of harvest of grape and olive. And then we went to live 3-4 years in France before coming back in Italy, because in 2006, the farmer who was renting the Brunello vineyard was finishing his contract. So we took back the land and we started to do our own wine.
So the land belonged to Kalyna's mother, who bought the estate.
Yeah. She was coming since the 18 Montalcino, because she had... it's a long story, but she had a connection with Montalcino from her ex-husband, who had a girlfriend in Montalcino in the 60s. So it's a long family story. It will take the full podcast to tell this one. So
we don't mind. This is great.
No, it's a long story, but to make it short, in 2006, we took back the vineyard, and then in 2009, we managed to build a wine cellar, and we are able to do our own wine. So for the first 4 years, I did my wine with 2 other wineries in Montalcino, who are a friend who also do organic natural wine. And it was Fonteranza first, and then Piandello.
So yeah, both of those estates are either organic or biodynamic, and you are also of that persuasion. You like working in a natural way, yeah?
Yeah. But when I came into wine, I thought all the wine was made just with grape, but then I discovered there was 200 chemical you can add to the mix. So we try to do wine just with grape, which is a bit challenging with climatic change, but in Montalcino it's pretty easy to do organic. Everybody could do it. It's not a challenge.
Okay, so is it true that the estate used to belong to the Biondi Santi family?
Yeah, most of this side of Montalcino was owned by Biondi Santi, and slowly in the 60s to the 90s they sold pieces. And this one, my mother-in-law got it in 97. And it was, I think, some German people who got it first from Biondi Santi, and they just put a caravan and they were coming on holiday there. And after 84, there was this big frost, and then most of the old olive tree died, so they were desperate and they sold the land. Before we had probably 200 huge olive tree who had 200-300 years old, so it was totally another landscape. When they died, new one grew, but for them it was they lost what they loved.
What's it like, the situation that you're in geographically? You're right sort of underneath the town.
Yeah, we are southwest, so we have a very good wind. The vineyards are pretty well aerated, So we don't get much mildew. Like it's very rare now.
When you look out of the window or you're in the vineyard working and you're looking, I guess it would be east or north, what can you see? Are you looking at like Canalicchio?
Well, me, I see Siena in the back Siena, and then the Montosoli hill underneath. And then on the right, you have Montalcino with like the Madonna and the Fortezza on the right. And then on the other side, you can see the hill of Corte Pavone.
Apart from wine, do you do like agritourism? Because obviously it's a beautiful place.
On the limit of a natural park, who is like I think 80 kilometers, like it's just for us. So it's pretty new.
You've got 3 kids now. Wow.
No. No, we don't have enough space. Like with 3 kids.
One for us so far. So, over the years that you've been there, have you detected any beneficial changes that have happened in Montalcino? Do you think it's a better place now than it was then in terms of environmentability, maybe?
Slowly. Everything is very slow in Montalcino because like mostly the people who live in Montalcino are not so many. Like it's not a huge community. Slowly, things are evolving and also with the social media. Because before Montalcino was really isolated, like it was not on the map. No, everybody know Montalcino. Before everybody said Montalcino was Montepulciano. So no, people start to understand Montalcino is where we make Brunello. So it start to be more clear. And the Consortio is doing a huge job of advertising. In the last 10 years, they develop a lot of advertising.
Promotion. Yeah. Okay. So your vineyards are certified organic, and you work in a kind of a natural way. See, your winemaking is quite interesting in terms of oak aging. So you oak age the wines a little bit longer, it seems, than normal in Montalcino, at least as far as the rules are concerned. Why is it so important for you to age your wines in wood for that little bit longer?
Mostly when I start to age the wood, after 2 years, I was happy with wine, and I start to make a bit of Rosso di Montalcino. And then the rest of the wine, I keep aging, and then it got better, like the 3rd year and the 4th year. I even try 4.5 years, but I saw like at the 4th year, the wine is at best, and then between 4 and 4.5, mostly we just have a volatile acidity go higher, and the wine open more, and it's not pleasant anymore. So mostly I saw like with this vineyard, 4 years what the wine like it really gets better. So it will be a shame to bottle it too early. So I stopped to Montalcino. I do only Brunello now.
So Cencioni is a winery near you. They also age their wine for 36 or 40 months, and they're just up the road from you. Cencioni, no?
But I saw like in the museum of Brunello, they were saying people were aging like 6-7 years Brunello. So technically, like historically, aging was very long. It was like the special power of the Sangiovese in Montalcino. It was to be able to age so long. So I think for 4 years is okay because I don't use much sulfite, etc. Like if you do a wine with chemical, probably you can even do 7 years. But like with natural wine, with not a lot of sulfite in the wine when it's aging, like you cannot. I cannot do more than 4.
And for the Rosso di Montalcino, how long does that spend in oak?
But I did it for like 2-3 years, just 2 year wood, and then I stopped to do it in 2010 to do only Brunello because I got this other vineyard, so I started to make Bevillo, which was a bit more like a super Tuscan blend. So the Brunello now it's only 1 hectare, and I do around 4,000 bottles of Brunello every year.
So the Bevillo is a Toscano Rosso, and is it made from Sangiovese with Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon?
Yeah, and Canaiolo too.
And Canaiolo, okay.
Yeah, not every year because sometimes the bird eats a lot of Canaiolo.
Okay. When you're at home together and you're having some food, what are your favorite food and wine pairings with your wines, whether it's the Super Tuscan Bevillo or the Rosso or Brunello?
I will be all the animals with or grape, like the wild boar and the deer, some rabbits.
A wild rabbit? Yeah, well, normally the wild ones are called hares because they're big.
Yeah, hares. Yeah.
How do you cook that?
Yeah, mostly this kind of meat. But I mean, we have hunters going around all year, so we get a bag of bloody meat every year. So we have a bit of white boar and deer. So no, but I mean, we clean them, we freeze them, and then after you can do like or bolito or like fried.
You don't. You said so. You said you don't do any sort of agri-tourism. I mean, but do you do any events at the winery? Do you have people coming to do tastings that they maybe pay for?
Tasting. Yeah, we do on call or sometimes people just pass by. But we don't have a big cellar because we start with just 2 hectares 10 years ago. But now we have 4 hectares and we are still in a wine cellar for 2 hectares. So we are really, really straight. It's mostly a barrel tasting, informal, and like we don't have a tasting room really decent. It will take us another 10 years to get there.
You say you have 3 children. I'm sure they're still quite young. Do you hope 1 or 2 of them will be interested in taking on the vineyards?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I am 45, so I can go 30 more years. At one point, I will have to pass it down.
Okay, and what do you do? What do you guys do in your spare time? I know it must be difficult when you have a vineyard and 3 kids.
Oh no, mostly you when you don't have stuff to do for the winery, you have stuff to do around your house because, like as you know, in the countryside, you need a permanent care of everything. I mean, we don't have TV since. Since 2001, I didn't watch TV, so we got busy, you know.
Is there anything that you would like to talk about that I haven't asked you about so far?
For today, no, not especially.
Okay, I think we're done. I mean, I could just maybe ask you about your where you sell the wine. What are your best markets, maybe?
Until the COVID, I was selling half I was making in the States, and the rest in Europe, mostly Northern Europe and Switzerland, Belgium. And then since the COVID, I am selling more in Italy because outside it become really difficult to get people following previous orders. So mostly in Italy, now with Enoteca, we managed to sell a bit of wine to survive, but like we need the world to open again because at one point.
Yeah, it is harder for the small. Your overheads are proportionately higher than the big. I mean, you're in an area where you have some quite large wineries. You have some smaller ones, but some in that area.
Few years, like if there is nobody going in a restaurant and enjoying wine, it's gonna be hard for everybody. I mean, I don't know how many winery will survive 2-3 years like this. Like the big one will survive, but the little one. But the nice thing is like we do wine for aging, so my wine get better with time. So even if I have bad years, I can always count on older year to go ahead. So wine it get value with time. So it's not a risk to produce the wine anyway, and I will not stop to make it.
How much time do you ever get to go back to France?
But mostly I just go in Corsica 2 weeks at the end of August when we are sure the grapes are safe. And last year I went 2 weeks in Corsica. When I came back, I lost nearly 2/3 of the grape in the Bevillo vineyard because a bird, like a cloud of bird came and for 1 week and they ate all the grape while I was on holiday. There's only 2 weeks in a year you go away and it's a tricky one.
Yeah, but they're clever. They have like bird internet and they can speak with each other in long distances. They go for the best grapes. That's the point. They know they're not stupid.
And next year I'm going to get a falcon or something to chase them.
A falcon and a couple of tigers, and that'll scare them.
Yeah. They have like fake falcon. They can stand in the sky if there is enough wind, so you can actually frighten the bird.
Okay, Pierre Jean, I just want to say thanks to you for telling us a little bit about the Casa Raia winery in Montalcino. It's a beautiful situation where you are. It really is one of the best spots. Very tranquil, isolated little place where you live, and fantastic wines, hand farmed. And I hope things improve and you manage to sell some of your wonderful wine. Okay.
Thank you.
Take care, Pierre Jean, and say hi to Mrs. Pierre Jean, okay?
Thank you very much.
Ciao.
Take care. Ciao, ciao.
Listen to the Italian Wine Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We're on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Himalaya FM, and more. Don't forget to subscribe and rate the show. If you enjoy listening, please consider donating through ItalianWinePodcast.com. Any amount helps cover equipment, production, and publication costs. Until next time, cin cin.